I just wanna know where we go from here. I don't want this love to just disappear. Lord, I need you to feel this atmosphere. I need all your love.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another week of Discipline Diaries. Today will be a little different because I'm actually filming a different video. So grocery shopping and haul will be in a separate video posted before this one most likely. So if you want to see what we got for the week, go ahead and check that out. But I'm actually headed to H-E-B right now to get said groceries. Today was a great day. My schedule's a little different as far as my daughter being at her dad. So today's Sunday and I just dropped her off to our meeting spot to go to her dad's, and she'll be there till Tuesday this week. So had a chill morning. I got a little bit of editing done. I did her nails and toes and put cute little flower designs on them, and she loved that. We were actually matching today. It was so cute. She has a pink blouse on and some blue jean shorts with rips on the bottom, and I also have pink and blue jean shorts with rips on the bottom. So we were so cute, my little twin. It's twin them. But yeah, I'm excited to be off work tomorrow. I know that's for sure. But I'm planning to clock in to content basically for several hours to go edit, because like I said, I'm filming a grocery haul today for a sponsorship, and I'll need to edit that up and send it over to them by Wednesday. I want to send it to them by Tuesday, to be honest. But I also have to edit my Discipline Diaries vlog that'll be posted on this Friday. So I'm basically working on filming and editing 3 different videos, which sounds like a lot, but some of them don't require as much work as Discipline Diary does. Discipline Diaries requires a lot of time because it's several days worth of footage. Me filming this grocery shopping haul, integration, all that, that's not gonna be a lot of editing. So that won't be hard to do at all. Oh, I'm also editing a Sunday vlog that I filmed, Productive Day, Sunday Reset Vibe. I'm editing that too, but I'm pretty much almost done with that. I maybe have like an hour of work to do to that video, and that'll be ready to go most likely tomorrow. I want to post it tomorrow or Tuesday. Probably tomorrow because the holiday people are home. I think I'll post it tomorrow. But yeah, just a little behind the scenes of what I got going on. I plan filming days for things outside of the Discipline Diaries for Sundays usually, because Sunday my daughter's with her dad. Today was different, like I said, because of the schedule change, but usually she's with her dad, so I can get anything that I need to do filmed or sit down, whatever I'm doing for that type of thing, sponsorships, integrations, I do them all on Sundays. And shout out to everyone who commented just saying they enjoy watching whatever I post, and I really appreciate that, because I think sometimes I overthink about, well, this ain't really relevant, or maybe they don't want to hear about this. They're just here for, Discipline Diaries, weight loss content. I don't want to share all these other things about my life in different areas, but it's like, some people are here for all of it, because I'm way more than just one thing. I'm on a weight loss journey, but I'm also on a whole journey in life as well. I'm doing a whole lot of things that are the catalyst, the start of so many different areas in my life. So there's a lot to me. I'm not a one-faceted person. I have a lot of different features and facets to my life. So I'll definitely just keep that in mind whenever I'm debating on what I'm cutting out or what I'm not adding into this video, what I'm not filming or whatever, because when I say I truly enjoy this, I mean I enjoy this, or else I wouldn't have kept up with it for all these weeks. I would not be posting every single week if I didn't like this. I genuinely enjoy this so much. It's fun for me. I enjoy the little community that I'm building over here. I love talking to y'all in the comments. I love when anybody who DMs and message me, whatever it may be. So thank y'all for sticking around and being here with me. If you've been here from the first video, shout out to you. Or even if you caught me at any week, if you went back to watch every single video, shout out to you, because that's dedication, that's support. Me doing this and truly enjoying it, and then this, I'm gonna keep emphasizing this. I don't care if it gets annoying, because I want to truly emphasize this ending up being another stream of income for me in whatever capacity is huge. It's huge. It really is. I spent several years praying for a part-time job, but my only thing was, I'm working from home right now. I don't want a part-time job that's going to pull me out of my home. My first ministry is to my daughter. I didn't want a part-time job to pull me out of the home. There's many opportunities for in-person, but I didn't want it to pull me away from home. I didn't want it to cause me to have to, okay, now I have to find childcare for those extra days that I'm going to work, or every single weekend I'm going to be clocking into a hospital at this time and this time. Every weekend I'm going to work all week, and then every single weekend I have to go clock in at this ship here. I wanted something that allowed flexibility. So I looked for all types of overnight jobs. I was willing to work all day long, have an evening with my daughter, put her to bed, and work all night. Like, I was looking at any type of position that would give me the opportunity to increase my income in my home. This is a one income household, completely one income. So I was looking for things like that. And I wasn't finding something that I liked. I know my next step is to get back into private practice soon. I know that. But I'm working on things and trying to get things done in the right time, because I want to be able to do that when my daughter starts school. She's starting school soon. I'm currently opening my private practice right now. I'm in the process of doing all the foundational work to open my private practice counseling up again. So by the time she's in school, I'll be into that. Perfect timing. God aligned that to where it happened like that. But I spent all that time praying for a job that would allow me that flexibility to increase my income, but also not take me out of my home, and have the flexibility to, you know, change things up. Like, I wouldn't be tied to a schedule on the weekends as well. I wanted some variability in my schedule with that part-time job. Mind you, I have a notebook way back from 2022 that I found. It said 2022 goals, and one of them was start a YouTube channel. Never did it. I was pregnant, wanted to start it. Never did it. After pregnancy, wanted to start it. Never did it. Never did it. Meanwhile, I'm praying for a part-time job to increase my income. When I finally decided that I'm going to do this for real, I got my camera in January of 2025. January. Y'all saw the first video in August, because I didn't film for real until July. So I had this DJI camera for all those months and still wasn't doing it. I had a little bit of obedience, tiptoed in it. Still didn't do it. Still didn't do it. And then I remember, I think it was around February or March, we was having a girls' night with my friends, and I told them I had a dream, and I didn't realize how much the dream affected me until I told them, because it's really not something that you would think would be like, why does that scare you? But it was a dream of me standing on stage in front of women. It was like a conference, something like that. I was on stage. And when I had the dream, I took it out of thought, and I was like, yeah, whatever, because I don't do public speaking. I'm horrible at presentations. I can't do it, y'all. I talk so fast. I stumble over my words all the time. My brain and my mouth don't work at the same speed, so I'm constantly, y'all hear me? That's how I talk. And I try to fix it, but it doesn't work half the time. But I was like, I don't do public speaking. Every presentation I do, I don't like it. Now, when it comes to leading a therapy group, I'm fine in that aspect. I'm fine to lead groups, host groups, all that. I'm fine. But when it comes to on stage type of speaking, no. So I had that dream, left it alone. But at girls' night, we were doing a game where we were playing like 20 question type of thing and looking up questions online and asking each other like really deep questions. And one of the questions was, I don't know, what is something that's bothering you right now or whatever? And immediately that dream came into my head. And I was telling him, I said, I don't know what the Lord is telling me to do. And I literally started crying because I said, I hope he never asked me to do this, because I'm telling you right now, up front, I hate to say it, but I would be disobedient and tell Lord I'm not doing that. I was crying because I didn't want to be disobedient, but I knew I don't have the capacity to do public speaking like that. And I was like, y'all, like I don't like this, because I really hope the Lord don't push me into this type of thing and want me to be on stage at anything, because I said that is not me. Y'all know how I am. That is not me. And I was crying. And I was just like, I can't do stuff like that. Like, I don't like being in front of people. I don't like I can't do that. Like, that's not me. And I didn't know where all these tears was coming from. I didn't think about the dream that deeply, but clearly it was doing something to me, because I was just literally like, oh Lord, y'all, please. I've been in a season of like just complete obedience, and if he asked me to do something like that, I'm going to say no. Like, I'm telling you now, and I'm telling him now, I'm going to say no if he asked me to do this. How foolish of me. But I was saying that to them, and that was it. That was all. We laughed and whatever, talked it through, and the whole, if God called you to something, he's going to give you what you need to do it. Even if you feel like you don't have the capability to do it, he will supply that need for you to do it. And moved on. Didn't think about it again. I finally started filming in July. Ended up posting my first video August 1st. Started sharing on YouTube, sharing this journey, and just the response, the communication, the community, everybody sharing and saying how relatable and how they also feel the same way about this, and just whatever it may be, all the communication I've been receiving and comments. And one of my friends from the girls' night, she brought it back around. Des, went to Booknik together. That's her. She brought it back around after I started YouTube, because when I started, I didn't even tell them too that I had finally did it, because they've been the ones like, come on Shayla, like, you've been talking about this, like, do it, we want to see the content, come on, push it out, do it. And I didn't even tell anybody when I posted my first video, because when I posted it, it was a pure God told me post it. My plan was to film and edit a bunch of videos like weeks at a time and post them after the fact when I knew it had already been consistent enough and started losing weight, because I had a fear of starting and then being like, yeah, I'm done with this, and didn't end up losing no weight. So I had a plan. I was going to start posting weeks of content like 2 months after I was already in the journey. So I had a video already on YouTube unlisted, just sitting there, because I was going to build weeks of content and then release them, schedule them out. But it was August 1st, and the Lord literally just told me, post it. And I was like, no. And then I kept feeling like an umption to just post it. So I said, you know what, I'm just posting it. I posted it, and then views are coming in. And then I think I told my friends like a week or two later, I was like, hey y'all, so I finally did that thing we talked about. I finally did that thing that, you know, I've been saying I wanted to do, post on YouTube. And I'm all over the place. This is how my brain works, okay? I have ADHD, leave me alone. But that's where Des comes into play, because she brought it back up and she was like, Shayla, I wonder if the dream that you had all those months back was this. But you took being on a stage as a literal stage when it was meant to be interpreted as exactly what's happening with your YouTube channel. You are on stage in front of women, but not physically on stage in front of women. And when I say that had me like, you know what? Yes. Because God knows me. He knows how to use me in my own strengths. And my strength happens to not be on stage. I am a great communicator, and I can communicate concepts to people very well, and I can break things down, and, you know, exhortation is one of my gifts. I can do things like that, but through a certain kind of avenue. And the Lord knew my avenue may not be on stage, and it may not be that right now. So he chose to use me in the capacity in which he knows he can use me right now. And that is right here, behind the camera, on this platform, reaching women, sharing my life, and just being who I am naturally. That's me. That's what I'm capable of. In this current season, in this current moment, I'm capable of being myself authentically and naturally. That's all I can do. And when she brought that back around, I'm like, you know what? Yes. I'm over here panicking because I don't want to be on stage in front of people. But the Lord is literally like, all I need you to do is be obedient, and I'm going to use you in whatever way I need to use you. However I see I can use you, I'm going to use you in that capacity. I don't even know the point of sharing this, but all I'm saying is all that it took to get here and finally be comfortable enough to go ahead and start sharing this journey and just sharing little tidbits and doing all this. Delayed obedience, which is disobedience, but ultimately turned into obedience after all this time. And that very thing that it took me forever to become obedient with turns around and blesses my life financially in the exact way that I had spent years praying for: financial increase with flexibility. I can post what I want to post. I can post 10 videos a week if I wanted to. I can post no videos a week if I wanted to. I can work with whatever schedule that I desire when it comes to YouTube. And that is bringing in income to my home for me and my child. That is like that's what I mean when I say there's nothing but God. Nothing but God. Nothing but God. The very thing that I took forever and dragged my feet to start, when I finally obey, it turned into something that has been blessing me in so many areas. I just signed a 4-month contract with a brand. The brand that I'm filming for today. I just signed a 4-month contract with them. That means 4 consistent months of income on top of my AdSense that I make from YouTube views. YouTube views is one thing, brand deals are another thing. And I'm only sharing this to say, whatever it is in your life that you know you're supposed to be doing right now, and you continue to drag your feet because you don't see the how, the what, the when, the who, the where, because you don't see it, do it. It doesn't matter if you see it or not. If you know you were called to do something, whatever that is, whatever it is, do it. You don't have to have a plan laid out in front of you, because God will take your yes and he will stretch it and put you in position to what he needs next. But he can't do that if you don't give a yes. You have to give your yes to his will, his way, his plan, his vision, not your own. Not a yes and then, but I'm going to do it like this, Lord. No, a full yes. He can take that and use it. He honors your yes. He will do what he needs to do, but you have to do your part. You can't keep praying for a certain life and not doing anything to get there. God's not a genie where he's just saying, Lord, I want to live like this. And he's going to say, bam, there you go, live it. There's things that we have to do along the way to get to this other point. We have to do that. Christ invites us to co-labor with him together, not to just sit back and wait for him to wave a magic wand and do what he's going to do. That's not how this works. It's not how it works. We have to pick up our cross, That means denying ourselves of some things. That means saying yes to some things we don't want to do. That means doing it scared, doing it afraid, doing it worried, doing it anxious, doing it fearful, doing it doubtful. That's what that means. And I'm a living testament to exactly that. Because of the delay, everything is in God's perfect timing regardless. But because of the delay, I can appreciate it way more than I would have if I just did it off my own will and own desire. And like, yeah, I'm going to do this because I want to make money. That wasn't this at all. That wasn't it at all. I literally was telling everybody, I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to, I'm just going to focus on posting every single week for a year. And hopefully at the end of that year, I'll have reached my 1,000 subscribers so I can become monetized. I was monetized after a month. My plan was to just start sharing it consistent, and whatever happened, happened. I had no plan to be doing what I'm doing right now, or to be receiving inbound sponsorships right now. Every sponsorship that I've done has been inbound except for one, and that was one except for my scale. I reached out to them, my sister through the layup, because they reached out to her. She already had the scale. She sent me the contact. I reached out to them and got the scale. Every other sponsorship or people that reach out to me, and I've only done a couple compared to what I receive in my inbox. Inbound offers every single week. I never expected to be here in not even a year of doing content, because it wasn't my only intent I had when I said I was going into this. I didn't even think I'd get 100 views on a video for months into doing this. Like, that's the mindset I had. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And in order to do my due diligence and operate at excellence, my only desire is to be consistent. I want to post every single week, and then whatever happens will happen. And here we are, still building my little community up. I say all of that to say, I'm sorry if there's been a long rant, but I'm grateful for every single person who lays eyes on my videos. I'm grateful for every single person who likes, comments, subscribes, hypes, shares, whatever it is that you do with my content. I'm grateful for it. I do not take it lightly. I will never take it lightly that you support me in any capacity, because your support turns into me also providing for me and my child. And that's huge for me. That is huge for me. We all know how the economy is and what's going on. My camera overheated, so I had to turn the air conditioner on. So I'm sorry it's going to be loud now. But it stops recording when it gets too hot. And I couldn't start recording until it cooled down. But what I was saying was, we all know how the economy going and everything going on in the world. I'm not exempt from that. I'm a regular working woman. I'm a regular woman. I'm a social worker who works a regular job. And I'm not exempt to all the things that are going on in the world, child. I'm right here with y'all, okay? So thank you. I appreciate you. And again, if there's anything in your life that you know you've been called to do and you continue to drag your feet on it, I encourage you to do it boldly, courageously, and faith-filled. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and record this intro for this grocery haul video. Get in this store and shop, go home and do a haul, and I will catch up with y'all a little bit later, okay? Peace. Okay, I just finished up at H-E-B, and now I'm at Walmart to get some cleaning products. Just need to get a couple things that I'm re-upping on. Need some gloves, so I can go ahead and get this decluttering, cleaning, all the things started, okay? I need to reset my home. I've been focused in one area, but the house needs to get together too. Let's get in Walmart and get this stuff. I don't know if I'll film in there or not, but we shall see. I need to get some refills for my AirSense. I have a million empty plugins. I know some folks then turned away from the good old plug-in, but this Dewdrop pedals, I don't know, what y'all go to when it comes to the Glade ones. Now I have some Febreze ones that I need to refill too, but I have a bunch of these, so I'm gonna put one in the living room, at least. Maybe my bathroom. No, it'd be too strong for me. I might get this Dewdrop pedal. I'm gonna get this one, Dewdrop pedals. I'm usually a clean linen kind of girl, but I want something that gives spring, so we'll try this. This is the one I saw on the app that I wanted to smell. Juicy Summer Peaches. I can't really smell it. There's no scratch and sniff thing. Hello? But I wouldn't want my house to smell like this. I might have to keep it classic and go, what's the one I like? Linen and Sky is good. Let's do Linen and Sky. Because when it comes to my room, I can't have it too strong. I do have allergies, child. I'll be in that room suffering. Yeah, I like a little fresh, clean scent because my allergies. Yeah, my bad. This sales guy from EOS came and stopped me to promote the new gym that's opening near this area. But I already go to EOS. I was gonna switch over anyway because it'll be a little closer for me. But yeah, we're getting a classic linen sky because it's fresh, clean. I can't do all the extra scents in my room because I'll be choking in the middle of the night. Okay, so we're gonna get this one. Where is the carpet fresh and how did I not see it? Oh, it's right there. Child. It literally was right above my head. We're gonna get this one. That's it, that's all. That's all I needed. Some toilet bowl wand refills, gloves. We got the dewdrop petals from Glade, and then linen and sky from Febreze, carpet, and a squeegee. Let's get out of here. I still need to go to one more grocery store to get a couple items. Oh, sorry. I need to go to one more grocery store to get a couple items, and then we will be done. All right, I am back home. I need to do my planning for the week. I've done all the filming I needed to do today. So, yep, you guys have my attention for the rest of the evening. Okay? I'm off tomorrow. It's a holiday, Memorial Day, so I've already fully planned out that day at least because I have a lot of editing to get done and I'm doing some spring cleaning, so that'll be most of my day tomorrow. We have Monday booked up, child. I'm going to the gym. I'm actually about to go to the gym in a little bit, so then I'm going tomorrow and Tuesday, so I'll have my 3 workouts done on the front end of this week and then cardio the rest of the week. I have girls' night Saturday, and Sunday will be church, more spring cleaning. I'm possibly going to a brunch. Me and my friend briefly talked about it. We didn't lock it in, so I'm going to find out if we're still going to brunch on Sunday or not. But for the rest of this week, it's literally just about editing. I'm back at work Tuesday, and I know it's going to be a really busy work day because everything that I needed to get done Monday will not have been done. So Tuesday I'll be doing Monday and Tuesday's follow-up stuff. So I'm going to edit on my lunch break and edit immediately after work as well. Edit. I think that's all I'm going to do Tuesday. I shouldn't have anything else. Wait, no. I have a doctor's appointment right when I'm done with work. Doctor appointment. And then on each of these days, I'm just putting edit. I will most likely be editing something each of these days, even if it's not long. I edit for a little bit every day pretty much. But I don't write details because I do have a social media planner right here where I go into detail about what I need to do specifically. Like in this one, I'll have specific things written down like edit for Nourish, film spring cleaning, edit Discipline Diaries 45, send to Nourish due date. Like I have specific things written in this one. On here, I'll just put edit, whatever. So aside, there's a to-do list, and this is what I usually write, like an overview of anything else outside of this needs to be done on this specific day. I'll put it here like, okay, during this week, I also want to do X, Y, and Z. So let's use a color I haven't used. Let's just use black. During this week, I would like to also finish 2 books. I'm reading 2 books right now, and I have not finished them yet. And those books are No Weapon Formed and Razor Blade Tears. So those are just things that don't have specific dates. It's just a to-do that I want to do. Finish 2 books, and then as far as me opening my private practice, I usually put PP stuff, private practice stuff. And underneath that, I need to check the status of something that I submitted. Check status of SOS. Check status, solidify my EHR. And book photo shoot. I'm not going to book it. I need to narrow down who I want to use for a branding photo shoot. So that's 2 things I need to do for that. Planning is done for the week. I'm about to plug y'all up to transfer all the files from everything I filmed today. And then I'm gonna go take a quick shower, change my clothes, and head to the gym. My sister is meeting me there, so we'll get a workout there together. Yay. excited for that. I was just texting her a second ago saying I'm about to wrap this up and go to the gym. She said I was going to the gym too. I said, well, meet me there. Let's schedule a time. We're gonna meet there at 10 o'clock. So it's currently 8:30. So I have plenty of time to, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer these files and put them in the timeline so I can see how long I'm working with. That gives me an idea how long it'll take me to edit this video for Nourish, and then I can plan out everything a little bit more. Yeah, today was a great day. It felt like a long day because my day got started late. I was home with my daughter all day until we left to go to her dad at almost 3 o'clock. So everything I've done has been since 3 p.m., but it just feels like it's been really long because it was so late in the evening. But actually, it really wasn't. So I'm about to plug this up, and then I will see y'all later when we go to the gym. Peace.
This the overcomers anthem. Yeah. This the overcomers anthem. Moving mountains and dancing. Got the keys to the kingdom. So by faith we already won. Whole squad got a war cry. Tell the enemy it ain't a fair fight. Cause the battle's already lost. Check the scoreboard, yeah.
Oh, I can't.
Have I on my side, bringing the joy through the night. But I'm alright. You got me set for life. This the overcomer. We don't look like what we've been through. Let the lightning flash and the thunder roll. Somebody tell them why it ain't the most of my refuge. Yeah. With you I can really rest. The battle's already yours. Check it. Check the scoreboard. 1,000 falls to our 10,000 falls to my 10,000 falls to my right. With the most high, you got me set for. You got me set for life. Angels in heaven on my side. Angels in heaven on my side. Praying I cry through the night. But I'm alright. You got me set for. You got me set for life. We got it.
I'm done. I'm about to pass out, child. It's time to go cool down. I'm done. I'm hot, I'm tired, all the things, but we did it. We got it in Sunday night with my sister, locked in together. Whew. That was so good. I enjoyed that a lot. Like a lot. I love my sister, child. Love her down. If you don't know, she does have a YouTube. Nika J, Nickajayy. My girl is locked in behind the scenes. She's locked in. She's doing what she got to do. And I just love us working out together and bonding in this way and just having a good time. Lifting some weights. You know, I was able to push myself on things. I went up on pretty much everything that I did today because I had a partner where I knew she could spot me if really needed. And your girl is strong, and I gotta stop playing around, child. I be lifting lighter than I know I can handle. Good morning, happy Monday. Today is Memorial Day, so rest in peace to all the men and women who lost their lives fighting for this country. Their sacrifice is not in vain. And to those who have lost someone, I pray that you are feeling comforted on today and can remember the positive memories you had with said person. I just woke up, made my bed, brushed these teeth, and I'm about to sit down and edit for a couple hours. These are so comfortable. Got them off Amazon. I'll probably spend about 3 hours editing, and then I'm going to take a pause and go ahead and start cleaning up. I'm going to sit down and edit, so I will see y'all a little bit later. Actually, let me take you with me to edit so I can explain how I do my little editing process. There were some people that commented just, for me to speak more on the behind the scenes of content creation. So I think we'll do that this week, or today at least. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to sit down and get to editing. Come with me. So for my editing workflow, I've already done the first part, which is I take this camera that I'm filming on, which is my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I plug it up to my computer using this cord. I transfer all the files on my camera to this external SSD. This is a solid state drive. I do have a regular hard drive as well. That's what I started with, but this is a lot faster and I have more storage on here. Me personally, I do not take my SD card out of my camera like ever. I do not take it out. I simply plug my camera up to my computer. Yeah, before I started actually posting on YouTube, I had a converter where you take the SD card out, put it in the converter, plug it in the computer. Thankfully, it was my old computer before I just got my MacBook because it burnt up. I put it in and it burned. Like, it got so hot I couldn't even take the SD card out of the thing. I had to wait for it to cool off, and I took it out and all the footage on there was lost. That's not a common thing to have your SD card corrupt, or the converter piece was probably the problem. Like, whatever it is, it's not common. But after that, I feel so strongly about how detrimental it would be to lose all my footage to where I just don't move it. I leave it in here. There's no possibility of me corrupting it by improperly ejecting it, whatever. I just leave it in here and plug my camera up to transfer my files over. That's how I do things. I do all my editing on Final Cut Pro, but let me tell you the reason why I decided to start with Final Cut Pro instead of starting with CapCut, which is way easier. So before I started actually posting on YouTube, I had made a little vlog and I did it on CapCut. So easy. CapCut, I feel like CapCut has truly revolutionized and made editing available to all. It's made it a lot easier. They have so many templates, plugins, all these things you can use on there. So it's very user-friendly. But I personally did not start with CapCut because of the way it had the potential to leave with TikTok. I want to say they're owned by the same company. But when TikTok was about to leave, CapCut was also gone. Because they had the potential to not be stable and potentially be gone, I didn't want to start with CapCut. I was like, imagine I learn and get my editing down using CapCut, using all these cool features, using all these, user-friendly things, and then it disappears and then I'm looking stuck. So me personally, I decided to start with Final Cut Pro. Was it easy? No. As I'm actively editing my first video, I'm literally learning two things. One, how to use an Apple computer. Never had a MacBook, so I wasn't familiar with these buttons, this control command option, all this stuff. I'm learning all the shortcuts for a Mac, and also learning how to do Final Cut Pro, which is not as user-friendly. There's a lot of things you have to learn. It doesn't come loaded down with plugins, templates, all those things. You have to get plugins and add them in here if you want cool features, and you have to, do all this stuff. So it was a lot to learn, but I'm so happy I did it because I knew for a fact Final Cut Pro is stable. It goes along with Apple. It'll always be here. There's no danger in, me learning how to edit on CapCut and then it disappearing. So I know that's not currently a concern, but that's why at the time I went with Final Cut Pro instead of CapCut. But CapCut is way friendlier. I edit short form stuff on CapCut, but I barely post short form, so not really a thing. I'm gonna screen record as I'm doing this. So as far as the tools and subscriptions I use to edit, I use two subscriptions whenever it comes to editing things. One is Epidemic Sounds. Epidemic Sounds is where I pull most of my music from. So this is where a lot of YouTubers get their music as well. So sometimes you'll hear the same songs in vlogs. I never paid attention to songs until I started using songs. And now I hear, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I use that for my video. And now I pay attention to it. But this has so much music that is copyright free. So you are guaranteed to not receive a copyright strike with these. Anything you use on here is good. You have all kind of categories now trending. You'll find very common things there trending on TikTok. They have these trending on YouTube. And then you can also just search for very specific types of moods like groovy. And you can find things there. So this is one that I use. I also use something called Motion Array. I haven't used this as much lately because I've been trying to edit my Discipline Diaries way faster. But if you go back, you'll see me use a lot of things from here in the past. I do want to get back to this, but that's why I'm trying to film more other videos like Sunday resets and things like that, because I can have more fun editing those because they are They're usually shorter, they take less time, so I can play around with more fun things. But in my vlog, I kind of want it to remain a little bit casual, so I don't always use all these plugins that I have on here. But let's look through here. So this is where you can get all the fun things for your video. There's many, let me say this, there's many ways to get these things. This is what I use. I like Motion Array. You can also individually search and purchase plugins. There's many ways. So let's say I was looking for a to-do list, because I was actually looking for this recently. To-do list, and I make sure it's on Final Cut Pro templates. And then these are like the things that can come into my videos. These little side panels, which I've used some of these before. Let's say I'm looking for something related to exercise. Oh, I have to-do list and let me take the to-do list off. Exercise, so there's a fitness timer, counter timers. There's little graphics here. There's more graphics here. A lady running. There's just all kind of things. Let's just take this exercise off. Let's go to typography and titles. So if you do cinematic things, they have all these types of edits. You'll have these types of letters and titles. Let's see. Lower thirds. These are the things that can appear at the bottom, or really you can move them around anywhere. But let me do one that I use. Music. Let's see if that brings it up. Yep. So they have some of these. Those now playing music boxes that you've seen me use before, if you watch me. You can get these. And then you would just download it. That's a whole nother thing you gotta learn. Anyways, that's just a real quick, that's my editing flow. And then while I'm editing, I always have my notebook out. I have a page for every single video. This is the Sunday vlog that I was talking about, but I have every video that I've ever posted is in here. Oh, back to week 1 edits. Wow. See, I was still learning so much about using Final Cut Pro, but every single week I go in and do the same setup. This one didn't have a lot on here, but week 44, I do title, blur, text, creative, miscellaneous. Now, granted, you can add little notes into the timeline of Final Cut Pro, but I'm a pen and paper kind of girl. So I like to be able to write things down and cross them off as I do it. So for this one, creatively, creative is the last thing I do. I wanted to possibly add a to-do list graphic and possibly add some new music. Fun edits throughout, transitions, add text, library books. All right, I'm going to add pictures of the library books that I showed, and then I write down ideas for thumbnail as I'm going through, and I take screenshots from my videos to make my thumbnails. I am so bad with thumbnails. What I mean by that is I never remember to stop and take a thumbnail picture. So I have to go through my video and screenshot things that I can go ahead and put on the thumbnail, because I'm so bad about remembering to do that. But yeah, that's just a little tidbit of how I edit my videos. I'm about to get to it. I need to finish this Sunday vlog. Like I said, I'm going to add my creative edits, if any, and then I'm going to cut all my footage for my grocery haul video as well, and then I'm going to take a break. This is just my system, but there's a million ways to do the same exact thing. Everybody does it differently. This is the flow that I like. I don't have to think about it. It works well for me. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. I just want a little snack, so grapes, cottage cheese, and some granola. Today did not go as planned at all. I was gonna stop editing at like 3 o'clock, split my day up and go to the gym and then come back and do my deep cleaning and all that. I've been on the computer all day. And part of it is because I was at home. My initial plan was to leave the house to work on my computer, but it's Memorial Day, so the libraries are closed, and that's where I like to go work. Then I was like, well, I can go to a coffee shop, but I don't drink coffee. I'm going to feel forced to buy something, so what am I going to buy? A cup of water? I don't drink coffee. I don't care about teas. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just stay home. But I would have done so much better had I left the house to do my editing and stuff. But I did finish editing and post the Sunday vlog. That one's doing really well right now. Shout out to the girlies who are watching. I finished editing my grocery haul video. That's fully ready to go. I'm just waiting on an email response back to confirm something. And then I'm gonna send that over to the brand tomorrow. And That's pretty much all I was doing today. Edited 2 videos. Then in the midst, I was getting distracted with a whole lot of things all day. I went down so many rabbit holes on my phone all day long. So I think I'm gonna grab me a rice cake to head to the gym. Honestly, don't feel like going anymore, but I know it'll give my second wind for the day. Like, I get so much energy after the gym, and I need that energy to push through the night. Welcome to my messy closet. This is why we decluttering. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff that's in here. It's just wasting space. Am I feeling an all black moment? I kind of want to wear a shirt that has color. Why? I don't know, but I want to wear a shirt that has color in it. I'm not liking my activewear clothes lately. I want cuter stuff. I have all these solid color t-shirts, which, you know, I was ranting and raving about them. I love my solid t-shirts from Amazon, Trendy Queen brand. Love them down. But I'm really liking like something a little cute. That's why I've been doing the off the shoulder vibes. I need some more cute clothes. It's 10 o'clock. When I say this parking lot is packed, I mean packed. Like, I've parked further than I've ever parked when coming here. Everything in me wants to just drive home and go get in my bed. Or shower and get in my bed. And there's still people walking in right now. So I know it's only getting more packed in there. Everything in me says just drive home. I don't feel like dealing with this. I just want peace. It's gonna be crazy busy in there. I even brought these headphones. I was like, oh, it's a holiday, it's late. I'm about to just go in here and really lock in with my headphone. Forget these, too many people. I ain't wearing this in public with all these people. I never wear these in the gym because I see no point when I'm gonna have one ear out anyway. So might as well wear one of my earbuds and only use one. I'm not about to have noise canceling headphones blasting in both ears in public. That's my preference, safety thing. So might as well do one of these. Sat in the car for a good 20 minutes to gather myself before I drove home. That Stairmaster, man. That Stairmaster, it really takes it out of me every time. Every time. But that's a wrap. I'm going to shower, get in this bed, and rub my feet together. I'm going to put on my same pajamas. About to give me a good night's rest. Back to work tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a really busy work day because I'll have to catch up on today's stuff and tomorrow's stuff because it was a holiday. Don't play. Let me in, please. Thank you. Very kind of you. But yeah, tomorrow will be a busy work day because I know I have to catch up on the stuff from today and tomorrow. So I'll try my best. I'm probably just going to record little clips of what I eat and I'll talk to y'all at the end of the day because I know I'm not going to be one to talk while I'm working and trying to get everything done. So it's probably going to be a little music montage tomorrow until the evening. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Toodles! Okay, today's breakfast is 41 grams of protein with 5 grams of fiber. I highly doubt I'm gonna eat all of this, but I'm about to sit down and get to business. Also, it's my first time trying this sausage. It's the Jones Farm sausage from Sprouts. It said cook it for 2 minutes. I cooked it for 1:30 and it looked overcooked. So I'm gonna try a minute next time, but about to sit down and eat. And I gave 2 apple slices to my dog. So I'm gonna start doing half servings of the yogurt and cottage cheese when I make this because the apples have so much water in them that it gets me full really, really fast. So I'm gonna be mindful of that and stop making these gargantuan plates and not eating them. Because last week I did the same thing. I did not finish my plate. Hey y'all, happy Monday. It is Monday evening. I knew it was gonna be a busy day back, and it was. It wasn't as bad as I thought though. It really wasn't. It really was not. But I was just so tired. I think the last 2 days caught up with me because I was on go. Sitting at the computer for all them hours on Monday editing, it caught up to me. So on my lunch break today, I took a nap. And it was a good nap at that. Took a good old nappy nap, and mom ended up making some rice, chicken, and gravy and green beans. So I ate that for lunch instead of cooking shrimp, which is great because I can save my shrimp, child. But I ate that for lunch, and honestly, I still feel pretty full. If I get back home and I'm ready to eat, I will go ahead and cook up my steak. But I don't feel like cooking no green beans and no sides, so I might just eat a piece of steak, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, it might be that, and I'll cook all the other stuff. I'll cook the potatoes and green beans tomorrow. When I finished work, I went ahead and did my final watch of my grocery haul. I watched that all the way through, made sure everything was how I wanted it. Thumbnail was already made yesterday. I went ahead and exported, did all the things. I went ahead and sent it over to the brand for approval. I'm pretty confident they'll approve it, so I'm looking to probably schedule that. Today's Tuesday. I'm probably going to schedule that for Monday. When I got off work, I did that, and I also responded to emails. I had a couple brand emails. I have a standard like no thank you template that I use, so it was a lot of copying and pasting that. It just wasn't stuff that I'm interested in, don't align with me, my content, or audience. So yeah, now for the rest of the week, all I need to do as far as content is edit Diaries 45, because that's going up this Friday. That's last week's footage. That goes up this Friday. I think I only have like 2 hours of footage to go through, so that won't be hard at all. Tomorrow I'll cut all the footage, and Thursday I'll do my music, text, intro, all that. So yeah. Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. I feel so much better today. My energy is back. I slept really good last night. We're about to eat breakfast. I made a piece of sourdough toast, 4 of those sausages, and I'm drinking a Premier Protein. Throwback. I don't care what it got in there, okay? I'm drinking it. My friend bought me a case of Premier Protein the other week when I went to her house, so shout out to her. Got me a little case of Premier Protein drinks. I was gonna make the apple sausage, all that, but then I realized I have a couple pieces of sourdough still on top of the fridge that needs to be eaten before it goes bad. So let me just make a piece of toast. Paisley's crying because my door is closed. Do y'all hear that? Paisley. My dog is a Velcro dog. When I walk out the room, she needs to be with me. When I enter the room, she needs to be with me. If I pour her food and then walk out, she's not eating unless I'm standing in the same room as her at the same time. She's like this. I have 2 children, not 1. But yeah, I'm about to sit down and eat. Come on. Watch. I'm back. In here. There we go. It's time for lunch. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my steak for lunch, because I don't have time to cook shrimp. But I'm gonna do my steak and some of these green beans from yesterday. I really wanted to do a step workout on my lunch break, but I need to edit, so I'm gonna walk and edit on my lunch. come up with a million excuses for why I'm not walking. Like, I just don't feel like it. I don't want to get my steps in. But I landed on a compromise. I'm gonna edit for 30 minutes sitting, and then I'll edit for 30 minutes walking. To be honest, I might not edit. I'm gonna edit 30 minutes sitting, and then I'm gonna walk and watch YouTube or read, because that's why I'm dreading it, because I don't want to have to edit while I walk today. I just want to be able to focus on one thing. When I'm editing, I use my shortcuts like crazy. Like, I have an external mouse and I do not use it while editing because my hands be going to town on this keyboard. Hey y'all, happy Thursday. I've been working all morning. I'm now cooking lunch. I'm making shrimp. I thawed out this edamame, was thawing out. I don't even know how I'm supposed to cook this. I feel like I'm gonna just toss it in the skillet and put a little seasoning on it when the shrimp are done, I guess. We'll see. Oh, my scarf all the way back here. But yeah, I'm about to cook lunch. We're doing rice, shrimp, and edamame. And then I have more steak. I have the last 2 steaks thawing out in the fridge so I can eat that for dinner, because that was good. And then for dinner, I'll cook the potatoes and green beans for that. Because when I ate steak the other day, I just ate steak by itself, child. But yeah, happy Thursday. My goal is to get a walk in today. This onion I vacuum sealed the other day. I just need a little bit of it. Fill this back up. It's the best thing I could have done, because I can't stand. I've even taken my onion, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then put it inside of a glass container and sealed it up because of how potent it would be in my fridge. Y'all, I just put this edamame in the skillet just to give it a little char on there. I can already tell I'm not gonna like it because I can smell it. I like vegetables that have little to no flavor unless you add it to it, and these have a little smell to them, and I'm a little scared. I don't know if I'm gonna like these, but we're in a season of trying new things. I'll try anything once. Whether you get a second one out of me, questionable. Here's lunch. Looks yummy. Whether or not I eat these little green things, we will see. That's what I ate. I'm full. Just real quick. When I say my God is always on time and so intentional, and the way he shows up for me is, God is good. So the other night before I went to bed, it was super late. I had literally just started looking on Libby because I wanted to download some new audiobooks. Another genre of books that I read pretty often are Christian nonfiction books. So I was looking for another. I like to have several books going at the same time, completely different topics. I usually have like a psychological book, a Christian nonfiction, then I'll have a thriller going at the same time. I read them at different times. Like, oh, if I'm in a car, I want to listen to this one, or when I want to lay in bed and read at night, I'm reading this one. I was looking for some new Christian nonfiction books to add to my list for the next couple months. I ended up going ahead and checking out, I think, 2 of them off of Libby, and one of them is titled The Well-Watered Woman. What I just finished talking about, cup, all that. Well, just now when I cut the camera off, I was like, okay, well, I don't have a lot to do right now on my computer for work. I'm just about to check some emails, and let me just go ahead and put an audiobook on. And I went ahead and put The Well-Watered Woman on. I'm pulling it up on my Kindle because there's a part she just got to that I was like, God is great, so great. Everything she said so far in this book, I've just been like, how on time. 2 days ago, I added this book to my thing, and right now, after talking to y'all about this, I decided to listen to it, and this is what I'm hearing. It shows scripture, John 4:13. Whoever drinks of the water that I will give him shall never thirst, but the water that I will give him will become in him a well of water springing up to eternal life. And then I'm just going to read a little bit of this. Jesus, the well, fills the empty void in our souls. He meets us right where we are in sin, shame, and suffering, and offers us salvation. The well represents the moment you meet Jesus and surrender your life to him. You coming to the well isn't a one-time event. Our hearts become thirsty and parched every day, and only Jesus offers this kind of living water that will always satisfy. No matter how empty your cup is, the well is always brimming. The well-watered woman pours herself out each day and returns to the well over and over to meet Jesus. No matter where she is on her journey, the well is always available for refreshment and revival. Whether she finds herself in a season of plenty or a season of drought, she runs to the well of living water for true soul satisfaction and her very survival. Your faith journey begins when the gospel seed is planted in your heart and takes root in the soil of your soul. When God plants the seed, he calls you to die to yourself in order to embrace new life in him. The deepening of your faith is a continual process of growing in the knowledge of who God is and how knowing him changes everything about your life. Throughout scripture, the well is a symbol of abundance, of provision, and life. Just as wells provide for a practical need, water for the physically thirsty, they point to Christ who supplies living water for the thirsty soul. When planted by God in the barren soul, the seed of this gospel satisfies and sustains the well-watered woman through life's suffering, storms, and celebrations. Ooh, come on now. I'm on page 12 of this book. I just had to share that real quick. Anyways. Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. It's a couple seconds for you, but it's a few days later for me. I had a great last couple days. I really did. I've been locked in, just spending a lot of time at home with my daughter. I've been spending some time just hanging out, chilling, playing, all the fun things in the house with my daughter. I've been enjoying my meals, I know that. My shrimp, steak. All 4 of those steaks this week. The last one, it was delicious because I had steak with shrimp, with green beans and potatoes. That right there, a little surf and turf vibe. It was so good. It was so good. Right now, I'm headed to my friend's house for girls' night. When I say this is going to recharge me, it's going to recharge me. I'm so excited to see my girls. Living in the group chat saying like we literally might cry because it feels like it's been forever, but it hasn't. Last time we hung out together was April 11th. So it's the end of May. So it feels like it's been longer than usual. I'm just ready to catch up. We all have so many new things going on, so many fun things going on that we just got to catch up and share and pour into each other like usual. And I'm so excited to see them. My other friend also came over today with her baby. So they came hang out for a couple hours. I've been chilling in the house with them. Just chilling, talking, catching up. It was a great week, honestly. It was a great week. All right, y'all, just wanted to touch base real quick to let you know that I'm here. I'm still here. Do y'all know what that's from? I'm still here. I wanted to go ahead and talk about the challenge that I mentioned last week. So starting a challenge starting June 1st. So by the time you're seeing this, it would have already been a couple days. But it is meant to be a habit building challenge, getting back in alignment. If you've been watching my videos lately, you know I've been feeling kind of distracted, detached, and just, not fully in it mentally when it comes to this journey. I've just been going through the motions and, doing the things because they're familiar, but not because I have any drive or desire behind them. I wanted to do a challenge to just reignite that structure around my life to be honest. I need some structure back, and I need to grasp it in whatever way I can, because changing up routine and losing structure really has affected me, and I'm just trying to get my footing again. For the neurodivergent people out there, you understand how much changing schedule that isn't fully your decision truly just things come crashing down. If I would have made the decision, like, I think I want to switch it up to this because I just want to, cool. But if it's like, well, I have to switch it up because I have to switch it up, it's hard. It's really hard for me. It's really hard for me. It's never been this hard. So I need to do something. For the next 60 days, I'm focusing on 4 areas of my life: fitness, faith, nutrition, and personal growth. Each of those 4 areas have goals set under them that I'm going to be really focusing on and tracking every single day for the next 60 days. This isn't a 75 hard type challenge. The goal is not perfection. This challenge is more so about redefining, rebuilding habits that are going to carry me throughout this journey, throughout my life. So I really need to just focus and lock in on those again. This challenge is about me just needing a little more structure, routine, and reset when it comes to everything I have going on. If you would like to do something for the next 60 days with me, pick your categories. If they're the same, cool. And then set goals under each one that are relative to you and your journey. If your baseline is doing nothing, you don't need to set a goal to work out 7 days a week, unless you absolutely want to do that and that's your vibe. If your baseline is getting 500 steps a day, you don't need to set a 10K step goal if you don't want to. It's about setting goals for yourself that you want to push yourself to for the next 60 days. So think about where you are right now. Think about where you would ideally like to be, and then think about where you think you have the capacity to do right now. That's it. There's some people that work really well with a more strict 75 hard type of routine. If that works for you, please go ahead and do it. I know myself, and I know I don't do well with a plan like that. When you're someone who has a pattern of falling into that all or nothing mindset, having strict, rigid challenges like that don't work for me. I'm doing a challenge that's about building habits. Let me tell you some of my goals so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. These are goals that I already have set pretty much, but I've been willy-nilly, loosely tracking 3 days, not doing the next, caring about it right now and then saying whatever. So this is to get me back focused in. Strength training 4 times a week. Might go back to 3, we'll see. Strength training 4 times a week. Getting my steps, which is 7K steps, 6 times a week. And on top of getting my steps 6 times a week, I also want to do 1 to 2 cardio workouts. That means not just regular walking, but doing doing incline walking, Stairmaster, something like that. So getting my steps 6 times a week, doing strength training 4 times a week, and 1 or 2 days of adding more intense cardio to the mix. Nutrition goals: track my food daily, every day. I'm good to track 2 days, not the next, 3 days, not the next, track my food every single day for the next 60 days, remain in a calorie deficit, hit protein and fiber goals. And then as far as faith goes, no social media or phone use before time with God, increasing my prayer life and making sure that I'm being intentional with my time I spend in my word and all those things. When it comes to faith goals, I don't like to look at the time I spend in my word or Bible study or anything like a checkbox. I didn't read the Bible today, let me hurry up and, okay, check, did it. That's not what this is about for me. That's why I usually don't include that outwardly in challenges that I do, because I don't ever want my time with God to be simply I did it today, y'all. No. I always want my time spent with God to be something that I understand that I truly need, and that's why I have the desire to spend time with Him, not because I feel like I need to check a box off to tell you that I did something. So that's how I feel about goals around that. For example, read 10 pages of the Bible per day. I don't like a goal like that, because it begins to feel like 10 pages done, 10 pages done, 10 pages done. I want to spend time in the Word, spend time in prayer, intentional time with God every single day, and whatever that looks like. I want it to be Holy Spirit led, and if that means this day I'm reading 2 chapters of the Bible, cool. If that means I'm reading 1 page of the Bible and meditating on His Word, cool. If that means I'm listening to worship music and journaling and reading doing Bible study after, cool. I don't set strict things around that, because I like to invite the Holy Spirit in to move and guide me through my daily routine when it comes to Bible study and things like that. So yeah, my personal goals are to make time for reading both fiction and nonfiction books, which I think I do a pretty good job of that. Right now I'm reading, actually I have 4 books going right now. One is a nonfiction Christian book, and one is a nonfiction parenting book. And then I have 2 psychological thrillers that I'm reading. So I do good with that, but I want to continue to make time to read my books. I want to journal more regularly. So most likely after I do my morning routine, I want to journal or in my day journaling. And of course my scrapbooking that I like to do as well. And then another personal growth goal, I'm also setting a goal around my phone use. I want to only use my phone during my work hours, meaning while I'm on the clock, lunch break, all that, cool. Phone can be used, quick little here, do it, whatever. But when I clock out of work at the end of the day, I don't want no phone. I want all that put up. I want my evenings to be time for me and my daughter and my house. I want a better evening routine. My evening routine has fallen off so bad, and it's going to start affecting my morning routine if I don't get it together. In the future, I will do a more formal challenge and give y'all advance notice of, hey, let's do this together, y'all, make a group chat kind of thing. But right now, it's just a last minute thing that I just need to lock in and do something so I don't have time to prepare, plan, all of that. But I trust that those that want to do a challenge with me this summer will absolutely do it. I've been rambling, which I have been, and it doesn't make any sense. Check the community tab and you'll see everything right there for you to read, screenshot, whatever it may be, so you can sit down and make your own plan for what you're gonna do. I need to do my skincare and go ahead and get in this bed. I'm tired. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Thank you for being here. I will see you next Friday for another week of Discipline Diaries. Toodles! Actually, I'm gonna see you before then, so toodles!